Haya. Mimi huyo na sanduku yangu ya blue ile ya metal.
1999.
I am, at this time, I'm 14 years old. 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes, I cleared with 17. So tukaingia Mamangina. I don't know why there was a bias against Loreto convent students. I think they thought that we felt really hot and they wanted to really put us in our place. So, and this is not all the teachers. I think there was one or two specific teachers.
Not even the students.
Not the students, no. It was the teachers. And there was even one time at assembly where one of the teachers, she used to teach us history. Stralopithecus. We had quite a few names for her, but so she started talking about, and you students from Loreto munajifanya kama you are above the rest nini mutasikiza kwa hii school, and I was just like, my God, we are 14 years old.
You haven't even said a thing yet.
Nothing. I don't even know what the beef was about, but I just attributed it to maybe they felt that kids who went to Loreto were kids from affluent backgrounds, and here they are trying to put us all on the same level, and it wasn't like that. That was unnecessary coming from a teacher. A teacher is supposed to be like your parent, and then again, here I am coming from a school like Loreto, where I love my teachers to date. I love my teachers.
Yeah, you've named them all.
I've named them all. In fact, I left out Mr. Lule. Mr. Lule was the Swahili teacher. We used to have, sorry, to take you back, at the back of our Swahili books, we used to write maneno mapya. And all those things like shebabi, fukara, sijui nini, all those were there. And I attribute my writing to the Kiswahili teacher that I had. So nimepelekwa Mamangina, nimepata attitude day one. I think I slept one night and the following day I was being told by my classmates, hey, watu wanasema unaringa. But I don't know anybody. I can't talk to anybody.
So you did no one else from
Loreto? They came much later. Well, not much later, but maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks after I had joined.
So at that assembly, literally you're the only person from Loreto.
I am solo. There was a girl in I think she was in 3rd or 4th form at the time, Irene Ogaja, whose mother and my mom are really good friends. And so that kind of helped me.
Okay.
But other than that, the reputation was, Natasha doesn't like speaking to people. Natasha feels hot, you know. And here I am, I'm this shy child, never been to boarding, never been away from my
Natasha
parents.
Is you?
Yes, so that's my English name.
Okay.
But, you know, we are Maasai, so we also take that name, it is ours, Natasha. And so... Yeah, so there was msichana anaringa apendi kuongea na watu. I don't know who to talk to, and I'm so used to keeping to myself. I only talk to my brother and my friends from, you know, the compound that I mentioned we were not allowed to go to. So got into the system. It's Githeri. I remember we had meet 2 days in a week. Now that's not very okay for a Maasai. It is not. At that very tender age, I knew that I love meat. So you can't tell me ati on Tuesday and Sato is when I'll get nyama, and then it's two pieces, two like this. They're swimming in some brown water. But then let me tell you, my dinners or lunches, whenever it was, would be 2 pieces of meat and I'm done. I just pour the stew or the water, because I'm not really sure what it was. But the good thing with Mamangina is that our parents were allowed to bring us food whenever. So my mom would cook and she would bring me food, or sometimes when we go for swimming outside the school, I would meet with her and she would give me like juice. She would make juice for me, chapos, nini. And then we also had the vendors who would come outside the gate. So break time tunanunua half cake, wajua viazi karai, na kachatni kidogo na ukwaju. So it wasn't all bad, but I do know that I told my dad, actually I didn't tell my dad, I had started nungunikaing, but they were not listening. So I wrote to my auntie Kuni here in Nairobi, and I told her, talk to your cousin. I didn't even say talk to daddy. I said, talk to your cousin. Me, here, I'm not staying. But Mamangina had a very good discipline, and tulisoma. Kusoma tulisoma, kupass tulipass. There's one thing that I always tell myself, even if I don't like a situation, I'm not going to fail myself just so I can get out of that situation.
Oh, nice.
I will stay true to what I'm here to do, and that's to learn. So I did really well in Mamangina. Of course, you know the usual duties. We became very responsible people. You've got your day for washing the cube.
So hold on, first and foremost, you did 4 years at Mamangina?
No, I did. Okay. My guy. Okay. I spoke to Auntie Kuni. So Auntie Kuni did the thing, and she just told my dad, you've got to remove this girl from that school.
So all this time you're talking about a period of how long? One year?
I did 1 year. And now let me tell you, the worst thing is that, so the Mamangina fence, across is the Aga Khan high field. Who Who's gone to Aga Khan High? My older bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, these guys have joked. You don't know me. I'm getting out of this place. Because you can hear the bell for Aga Khan for 4 o'clock for them to go home. And you're just saying, that's my bro. That is my brother going digs. And me, what am I going to do? Ninaenda kuchange. Nianze plan mambo ya prep. I was like, these guys. But it's okay. My brother also pitied. Because my parents also sent him to boarding school. But it just did not work out. And I think some of the schools he was taken to are just not good. Not good. Ni zile skuli za maboys. Naambiwa wewe ni mono. Weka mattress hapo chooni. Talala hapo. So my parents are all about education first. And if the environment is not conducive for the education,
they know you won't learn.
Yeah, you won't learn, so they've got to get you out. And no parent wants their child to suffer, So alipopelekwa Aga Khan, I was very bitter. I'm like, I'm the last born. I'm the only girl. And me, I'm the one who's being teswad. So
auntie talked to her bro.
Talk to your cousin, my guy. But I just want to take you through the duties in Mamangina, the washing the cubes, washing the classes, and just being awarded for that. Every Friday. Every Monday, actually, after the weekend, it's been inspected. Nini. Monday, you're named as the best dormitory. And that felt good. We learned a lot of responsibility. Unajua, unajipanga, unasema, sasa mimi laundry yangu imeisha, lazima nifue kama Saturday hivi jioni, nianike.
And of course, you're not doing this before. Were you doing this before during primary days?
Not during primary days, no.
Okay, so this was a good preparation.
It was a good preparation, but I wasn't understanding it. I was not understanding. Why? Do I have to have 3 basins? I'm not a grown-up. But anyway, but it really taught me a lot of responsibility. At home, I would clean with my mom.
Yeah.
That's just the beauty of my parents and my mom, especially when it came to domestic things. I graduated pole. She wouldn't make me do the really hard things.
Yep, it's like the way you did the book. So you answer with your name, writing your name.
Sorry, yeah.
I washed a few dishes here and there.
So nilikuwa ninaanzishwa kwa kusuuza. Like my mom, okay, kurins. Sorry. So you've got like kuna beseni moja hapa ya kuweka.
It's okay, this one.
Kuweka sabuni. Kuweka sabuni, alafu my mom is a neat freak and a clean freak. There were 3 basins to rinse. Why? Why are there 3 basins? And then she would put me at the last basin. Because obviously by the time it reaches there, it's so clean. Yeah. So, but as a child, why is she putting me so far? Why can't I be the one here? And then sometimes we'd have a cousin of mine over the house. She was much older than me. She'd be allowed to be next to my mom. And that thing used to really make me bitter. I'm like, why is she putting this one next to her and me? She's putting me all the way down there. But you grow up and you understand. Aujui kutoa sabuni vizuri. So pole nika move to the first basin. Kufagia kidogo, I would be, she would tell me, mami nendo kazo ile takataka pale in the corner. So slowly I was graduating. But kufua, we had somebody for doing that.
Yep.
So here you are, you're in high school, you have to panga your own things. You have to know niko na shati mbili zimebakia, kwa hivyo inamaanisha on this day I need to wash. So it created a lot of responsibility and just very good planning.
I've not heard you talk about friends. In fact, the only time you've mentioned other students in this story, it's when they're telling you don't like speaking.
Friends.
So, did you get friends at that time?
Well, my first friend was my brother. I used to follow him everywhere. Half the marks on my body are courtesy of him.
Is not in Mamangina.
But he's my pal. No, okay. No, so I'm saying my first friends were when we moved to Nyali. In the compound. The place that I call the compound had about maybe 7-8 houses.
Yeah.
And obviously there's kids there. So those are the first friends.
Okay.
Some I went to school with in Loreto. Others were in other schools. But then that is where I can say friendship for me started. And then now obviously going into school, I had friends in school as well. Very many. Very many. I think you start sieving people out the older you grow.
Yeah,
and when people start taking different directions, you don't have to be friends. Imagine you don't even need very many. You could count them on one hand and you're good. Mamangina, of course, classmates, very good friends.
Okay.
I remember this chick who on day 1 at 5 o'clock she was up. Anasoma nini? She used to read the dictionary. Yeah, she was a grammar girl. Kutoka uko ndani. Kwa hivyo yeye ni kusoma na kuimprove maisha ya watu nyumbani. So even if there was nothing to read, she would read the dictionary.
Yo.
She was really good though. I think she was the number 1 student in our class. Sisi, ngorota. In fact, in Mamangina we had Muslim students and you'd see guys waking up at 5 and you're just like, I can't be a Muslim. I can't. It's a lie. Like, you wake up and then that's it. There's no going back to bed. Oh my God. But that was then. Obviously, now you've developed a certain discipline. So yes, I did have friends. Some of the friends I have met in my karaoke's here. Kidogo wale unawakumbuka. You know, I mean, it's 1999.
No, in fact, the reason why I just asked that is because you brought up the fact that people felt like you were being snobbish when you first joined. So I'm like, okay, did that change along the way, or was it difficult because you're not able to make pals? And that can form somebody's life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it didn't affect me because I think from a very young age, I've always known to just do me. If it doesn't work for you, then it's okay. But I'm not going to get out of my comfort zone just because I'm trying to do what society expects me to do, which is interact with people. If we like I said, if we don't click, we don't click.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so transition out of here. I'm trying to figure out, so where on earth you go to, in fact, I'm like, does she go to a day school? Does she... Does she go to Nairobi? What happens?
Nilienda hiyo Aga Khan.
Oh, you're
to yeah. I said, but then you can't. This guy. Nilivuka fence nikasema nitaenda Aga Khan.
Aga Khan was mixed.
Aga Khan was mixed.
Is mixed or...
Is mixed and was day. Is day. And so I was very happy. I joined them in second form. And
Did you look at guys across the school and be like, hi, I've left?
By the way, as in, let me tell you, I used to just watch them there. Unaona mtu amefunga leso, you're like, I'm going digs. You guys don't know. Aga Khan was a good school. I can only talk about the time then. I can't talk about it now. I don't know how it is. But maybe not the best move for me. Aga Khan, you will only learn if you want to learn. You really had to make an effort on your own. Otherwise, unaweza anguka sana. Tulikuwa na vijana, yani nisemeje? Yani tulikuwa na vijana wa Kiarabu. Wow, wakimaliza ile ngiling bell has rung. Nakuta mtu, because they used to live close around the area. Amerudi na aja tongoze wasichana hapo. Wewe unamwangalia unasema mimi unajua nina matatu ya mpaka mtu hapa. I can't even do this. So Aga Khan was, you had to decide who you wanted to be. If you wanted to be those chicks wakununuliwa break, wakununuliwa lunch, ununuliwe meat pie, mara ununuliwe sijui chapati na maharagwe, sijui nini, you could be that. But best believe you're not going to learn. Because all your time is concentrated on those things. And then there was now this other side of people who know what brought them there. So
where did you fall?
Excuse you. Mimi nilisoma. Like I told you, it doesn't matter the situation. Can I cough?
Pole.
Nikunywa na maji. Mimi nilisoma. The other thing, I had a big brother in that school. You know how that goes.
Yep. Form 2, he's in Form 4.
He's in 4th form here. Yes, he's in 4th form. Now, my brother, even in Loreto, people used to celebrate. If Luis has not come to school, they are happy. Because at least the boys can talk to you. People knew from a very, very young age, don't talk to Luis's sister. Utogongwa. So that, moved on to Aga Khan.
And at this time, so Aga Khan now, first of all, Aga Khan or Mamangina, is music playing a role?
Not at all.
Nada.
Music was not provided in Mamangina. The only thing I would do is maybe there's a talent show at night, then I can go sing. That was it.
Okay. So, so where is your voice becoming this vavavum voice? Marakari uko?
Uko kwa marakari tu nasikiza tu tape. We used to have this silver thing. Unaweka tape, inamenya, unatoa, unachukua. You remember those things we used to take a beak?
Yeah.
And all that I learned from my bro. But it's very good to have a brother.
When it choose your cassette, when it
choose your cassette, hata nilifundishwa ikikatika unachukua Q-Tex. Napaka hapo. Una stick. Unarudisha na inachezwa na skate. Alafu buzz. So I mean it's wonderful to have a brother. I learned all those things from him. So here in Aga Khan, first of all, other than being a very disciplined person, and knowing that I'm in this school to learn, and I wrote all the way to Nairobi for somebody to remove me from the school, I better learn. And then now secondly, bro was there, so he was making sure that you're in check. So did Form 2, and then this is now 2000, the year 2000. So mambo kidogo ikaharibika. for my dad in terms of biashara. And I think in 2001 is when he made the decision to come home, which is now Lower Matasia, Kajiado, which is when we made the move to Nairobi.